Welcome back to Old Guy REI. In this episode of Work Van Confessions After Dark, I wanted to chat a little bit about our portfolio. It's been a little while since I've done an update, but we started buying again. This is our second journey, as most of you know, and we started buying again in early 2021, and today is November 2nd, 2024. So we're about 3.5 years into it. And we've learned so much along the way. Originally in 21, we bought a triplex. And that was a big learning experience because, as you know, or may know from previous videos, that was a single family home, a big house that they divided into a triplex. So we've had issues over the years with the flow of the interior of the home, heating and AC. Originally it was just one setup for the whole house, so that was a challenge for the two upstairs tenants. The heat and everything was dictated by the unit down below. So this year we spent quite a bit of money in the last couple of months updating the units. So we did mini splits and stuff like that. We did flooring and paint, obviously, and it took a while to get them rented out, but we finally have a full house, and any day now we should be getting the full rent. So that's nice that those are full. The second property that we bought was a duplex in Milwaukee, and we've had 2 evictions recently, and I would say as far as evictions go, they've gone pretty smoothly. The tenants are out. The units, one is done being turned over, and the property manager let us know that they have a tenant ready to move in on the 4th. So one of the units will be filled. The second unit is going through painting and cleaning, and the property manager thought that he had another qualified tenant to place there as well. So that was super good news. We've been burning through our reserves at an incredible pace, but I think now we're finally starting to turn the corner and see some progress. In 2023, we bought 3 properties. One was a turnkey in Gary, Indiana. One was a turnkey in Cahokia, Illinois. And the third was a St. Louis property, single family home. These were all single families in 23. And that was off the MLS. And that property was actually performing the best, but the Section 8 tenant that was living there moved. So that one's going through a turnover as well. And this year we picked up 2 properties in the last couple months, and we've been doing some fixing up on those before we get them rented. And there's a few points here that I wanted to discuss, because the one being the reserves. We had enough reserves, or so far we've had enough reserves to do all these repairs, and we've even had to pay the mortgages on a couple of the new ones while they're being fixed up. It's been a challenge keeping property management rolling. Doing everything from a distance is a little bit more of a challenge. You know, you send an email one day and they get back to you the next day, and then things just get pushed out. But we really like our property manager. Both the new properties are in St. Louis, and we like our property manager there. They're doing a good job. One thing that I've started having to do is to find contractors on my own to do some of the work on the units, because again, they take forever to get bids, and then we have to schedule the work, and it just drags on and on. So I started looking for contractors and found a couple, and then realized that the bids I was getting from the contractors I found on my own, the prices were half of the prices I was seeing from the property managers. So since our property manager is okay with us hiring our own contractors, I'm reaching out to more and more people to try to continue building a team out there. We did get a couple of references. We had a roof just finished on one of the new ones that we bought. Today I just sent the final payment, and that roofer was referred to us by our agent there. She's also referred us to a heating and air conditioning guy that we need to do a mini split in the property that the Section 8 tenant just left, so that we can start renting it as a 3-1 instead of a 2-1. And the price we got from the PM was $7,000 without electrical, and the price we got from our agent's connection was $3,500. I'm still waiting on a bid. I reached out to an electrician there to do a bid to run the circuit for the new mini split, and so things are moving along quicker now that I'm getting involved to that extent. And so we bought the two that we bought this year. One of them, all the repairs are finished, and now we're just waiting for an occupancy inspection because we need to get those in St. Louis. That's scheduled for Monday, so hopefully this week that unit will be ready to put up for rent. Which brings me to my next point, because we've heard, the lumberjack landlord was talking this week about how rents are softening and things aren't selling and the market is just dragging. So that was one of our concerns with all the vacant units, is if we were going to be able to get rents that were high enough to keep the cash on cash return on the new deals where it was when we ran our numbers. So I'll keep you posted on that. But I'm optimistic. The ones that were filling in Milwaukee, they were rented for $1,350 when the tenants left, and they just placed new tenants at $1,350, or the one tenant. So that looks pretty good. And then the FMRs, or the fair market rents in St. Louis for 2024 are still decent. So we're hoping we can get the rents we anticipated. If not, we might have to, come in $50 or even $100 lower. But even at that, the deal's still cash flow, and we won't have any alligators, as Zuber hates us to have alligators. So I think the two biggest points that I wanted to make is to be sure you have reserves, because you never know what will happen, right? Everything was going well, and then we bought 2 new properties this year, but then the evictions came up, the tenant moved out, the repairs are taking longer than we thought they would, and all that to say that the reserves are really what's saving us and keeping us positive, and we're looking forward to having everything filled. It's going to start to work out really well once they are. And then also just to keep an eye on your markets. Maybe if you want to let us know what markets you're in and how rents are doing, if you're going through the same challenges or not, and things like that. That's always helpful for others in the group to hear. But in the end, everything's going to be working out just fine. And I'll do another video in a few weeks to let you know if everything's full and how that's all going. I want to push a little bit. Our property manager had come back with numbers in St. Louis for rent that were a little lower than I thought we should be getting. So I'm going to push him a little bit and see what we can do there, and then we'll let you know what happens. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to send us your comments. Let us know where you're at and what you're doing. And also, if you could hit the like button on your way out, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. We'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching.